So in my last video where I sewed the face on, I didn't do the throat bit, so this bit here is the throat. And all you do is you put the right sides together and sew that with a 0.5 centimetre seam allowance. So a very short little video for that one, eh? Okay, so then you just set this aside now. On the muzzle it says make sure you use a stitch guide. Your stitch guide is this one. So if you put it like that, you've got your bits marked out. If you put it like
what?
Although
I've
there's
only got the jumper of it.
well, you can find a little bit then, don't you, my darling?
I'm alright with the pen.
Egg. You're so rude. Use the triangle markings to create a dart on each lower side. So we're going to do little teeny tiny darts. Doesn't like this fabric. Okay, this is a hand sew jobby. Oh, boring. I hate hand sewing so much. People always laugh about how I don't like hand sewing. I was lucky that didn't screw up the fabric too much. Let's get all this out. Okay, so this is all going to be hand sewn. So right, so let's get a needle and thread out. Where's the nice white thread? Okay, so let's fold that back over.
Mum,
Yep.
can I do a bit of a change tonight?
You're not wearing a head face mask to bed
Why?
because it's not safe.
How?
Because you could suffocate. You get too hot, give yourself
Okay.
the sweats in the middle of the night.
Sweat?
Yeah, you could be sweating horrible all night. So you've got to be trying to breathe in a face mask.
I'll stress test breathing.
No, you listen, you're not sleeping in that overnight. That is not happening. Okay? It's not safe, my angel. Okay. There's that one. need to do this one. And then it says bring the top dot down to meet the outer dot, creating a soft tuck. Tack through the pleat at 1/2 centimetre depth from the edge to keep the tuck in position. This is creating the nostrils. It's a new one on me. Ethan, we're not shouting for any particular reason, are we? It's not an emergency, is there?
It's not a book, right?
Ethan. Right, that's that side done. So this is the lower side. That's now got a nice curve to it. Then on each side, bring the top dot down to create a soft tuck. So that is that one. Bring the top dot down to meet the outer dot.
I'm going to carry on my game now.
The sewing stitching line all the way along, creating the nostrils. Like that. Now use double thread and a long stitch around the edge of the muzzle to gather it in slightly, start and finish on the front side, and keep the ends loose so you can still draw or release the threads later. Okay. I'm just going to give that a bit of a tuck there then. As long as it's held into place. It says softly. That looks a little bit nostrily to me. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to stuff this at some stage. You don't want it to be too rigid, because obviously it wouldn't be able to. There's the white. I didn't show you that last bit. I just kind of folded it over and tacked it into place. So I'll show you what I did. I took that dot down to that dot, like that, And it says I've just tacked it on the ends, but it's saying to go in 1/2 centimetre. So I know what I might do now is I might just, now I'm holding it in place, it's 1/2 centimetre in would be like. That does look nostrily. So where the seam allowance is now, I'm just going across there to keep that nostril bit in place. That kind of makes sense. Then I'm just gonna take it over to the other side, but I'm not going to be too heavy-handed with it. There we go. So I've created the nostrils. See that little nostril shapes. Then it says to get double length of thread, and go all around the outside, so you can kind of gather it up. And then you're going to loosen that or make it bigger depending on how big your nose part is. You're going to sew it to the end of that face that you just made. Probably too long now. I'd rather have too much than too little. And I put a bleeding knot in it. Literally Mandy Hawk.
Another second more. The end are just enough. I made this nothing.
Okay. Right.
But I'm gonna wait for people to die, and also to try it in their chest doesn't have anything in it.
You don't want to pull that through too tight. That'll give you more leeway to.
That's way too hard.
So just nice long stitches so you can gather it.
I was right there at first.
Now what's it doing? Oh, sweet Jesus.
Well, I did that.
came unthreaded a little bit there. As in one thread, but then you're pulling through, not the second. That's better. Why does my needle keep coming unthreaded?
How did this happen? I lost my phone.
Okay, so I'm back to the beginning again.
The one I always survived in, Mum.
Yeah.
I just died again.
Okay, Mum's gonna get you some supper in a second, alright?
Okay.
So I've done that. And when we just do this one last bit, sew the muzzle on the head. So with the head facing right sides to the inside, open up the nose gap, stretch slightly so it's easier for you to insert the muzzle with the right sides together, put the muzzle into the hole, matching the nostril folds onto the bridge seams, making the darts equally distant from the throat seam. It will feel like the muzzle is slightly bigger than the outer piece, but this fullness will help the end results. Hand sew back stitch with a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around. So this is where you can like gather it up. So there's your nostrils. There's your nose piece. Nostril folds to the bridge. Nostril folds to the bridge. Nostril. And nostril. Good lord, this is fiddly. And then that's definitely a nostril there. So I'm going to pin those there because I don't want them to shift now because they are in place. Okay, this is very, very, very fiddly. Right, so that is the middle piece anyway. That's the middle of the actual. So we need these to match. I've pinned that, got that side to match. Now I need this side to match. Right, wrong side, done that side already. Okay, so now I'm going to hand stitch that all the way around because the machine's not going to get in there. And then I'll come back when that's done. I'm literally just going to over sew way around. That'll be very boring for you to watch, so I shall do that off camera. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.